Good evening and welcome to another episode of Experience Bar, where we're turning video games into cocktails. My name is Jack and I will be your bartender for this evening as we create the most illegal substance in Tamriel, Skooma. Let's get started. Right, so for the Skooma, you're going to need 1.5 ounces or 45 mils of white rum. I am using stolen white rum, but feel free to use whatever white rum you're particularly fond of. Follow that up with 3/4 ounce or 20 mils of Chambord and 2 dashes of Peychaud's or Peychaud's. I don't know how to pronounce it exactly. I've only ever seen it written down. Feel free to correct me. Just 2 dashes of that. And 1 dash of Angostura bitters. Just the one. Lovely. We're going to give this a stir in our mixing glass. So, quick note on stirring versus shaking. If you have a drink that has citrus or cream or anything that's not pure alcohol, you should probably shake it. If you have something that's pure alcohol, like this drink, you should probably stir it. It's just so you get the dilution levels right. Speaking of which, that's probably about enough. We don't want to over dilute this. You're going to get your strainer, you're going to pop it over your mixing glass. Oh God, if it fits. There we go. I'm actually going to strain this out into a milk jug first because I've chosen a very narrow-necked vessel for my skooma, which is thematically consistent, but practically irritating. We're going to very slowly and awkwardly pour this on in. So yeah, you guys having a good day? Watching some Experience Bar after a hard day at work? I hope it's nice now. Just making some skooma. And there you have it. There is the skooma, the most illegal substance in Tamriel. Cheers. This is definitely a drink that goes on a bit of a journey. It's actually kind of already been on a journey because, okay, right, so skooma has actually been on my list to do for ages. It was actually one of the first drinks I wanted to do when we started filming Experience Bar, but I could not nail down a recipe that worked and a recipe that was good enough for you guys to see. Simply because I wanted the drink to be both fruity and spicy. Okay, so skooma is very popular among like the Khajiit, the cat people of the Tamriel and the Elder Scrolls universe. Their homeland is made of jungles and deserts, and I wanted it to be fruity for the jungles and spicy for the deserts, right? But I was using things like Tabasco sauce and cayenne pepper and really spicy things, which ended up just blasting the other flavors out. It was awful. Put it on the shelf. But then eventually enough of you guys, thankfully, suggested skooma that I got my arse into gear and decided to finally nail it down. After all the experience I've had, I know now that you can use bitters to introduce some softer spice notes. So that's what I did with this drink. You get the fruit from the stolen rum and the Chambord, and you get the lighter spicy kind of cinnamon notes from the Peychaud's, and the Angostura just helps to give it a little bit more body. So quick note on rum choice. I'm using stolen rum for the simple reason that one, it's a New Zealand brand and I like to support local brands. We are based in New Zealand. Come on over if you haven't already and I'll buy you a drink. And stolen rum makes their white rum by aging rum for 2 years and then stripping out the flavors by filtering. So what you get is a fruity white rum that has the body of an older rum. And with a drink like this, that's very, very important. So that is the skooma from the Elder Scrolls universe. Thank you to everyone who suggested that. I hope this is close to what you guys were thinking. I certainly like it. It's a very habit-forming drink. If you guys have enjoyed what you've seen here today, please give us a like and subscribe, or head over to our Patreon to support the channel. It does help us make bigger and better episodes for every single patron we've got. You can also follow us on the various socials for some outtakes and extra bits and pieces that we throw out there. And if you have any suggestions, please let me know in the comments below. We do read them and we do make them. Thank you so much for joining me. I've been Jack Stone, this has been Experience Bar, and that is skooma. See you next time.